Look at me, yeah, yeah. Remember when they hated, didn't think we make it. Now they break their neck just to look at me. Remember when I called you and you didn't fall through. Now you hate yourself, you can't look at me, look at me. Yeah. You made me. Yeah. Look at me.
And what up, what up, what up? What's good with y'all? Today, bam, SC content. What needs to happen today is I need to get my new trends in. Versus taking to the shop and doing it, I figured I'd go to Aaron's and me and Aaron would just swap it ourselves. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me like, oh, how's the 300ZX trends work? How did you get the shifter to line up? So today I'll actually be going over those. That's the real point of me really doing this video, is that way I can show you guys what I did to complete this swap, because it seems like a lot of people with SCs are still struggling to get it done. Like, as I know of right now, I'm the first person to do it in this chassis, and then I kind of like coached somebody else through it. I think they kind of got it to work, but I think they were having issues. So say I'm gonna just go over it and show you guys what I did. That way, if more people want to use the Z32 trends, they can. People were like, why don't you go CDO9? Why don't you go T56? Like, the way my car's set up with the gearing, I have the 392 gears in, 392 or 393. That's my gear set, and that gear set works perfectly fine with the 5-speed. Granted that I already have a 326 rear diff in the back out of SC, so I already have a 326 gear set that I could drop in here that would be perfect for a 6-speed, but I like having the 5-speed. It's less shifting. Like, I'm in the power band, my car doesn't lag when I shift. Like, my gear ratio and turbo size right now are perfect for, you know, what I do with the car. But you know, so that's why I'm trying to stay 5-speed. But I am thinking about doing the T56 or possibly a CDO9. More than so, leaning towards a T56 if I can find one at a decent price, because the T56 is stronger than the CDO9. But yeah, enough with the chit chat. I was about to say let's head out there, but maybe I'll hose this thing down because it's hella dirty. It's like, ugh. I'm not gonna wash it, just gonna hose it down to, I guess, run the dirt off of it. And then we're gonna be heading over to Aaron's to get this thing done. So, familiar garage, you can see VQs laying around everywhere. So that can only mean one thing. That means we over here at this bow at Aaron's.
Hell yeah.
What's up, blood?
What's up, brother? Oh, we're back on that? Man, just when I thought we got past that.
So yeah, we here and we about to swap the trends on this thing. Here's the new trends right here.
Yeah, does it look a little different to you?
You cleaned it.
Yeah.
That shit was hella dirty.
That shit was driving me insane. I was like, what the? I was like, this thing is disgusting.
Yeah, it was
I came over
filthy.
to put the ECU and the G35, and I saw this thing. I was like, I'm over here actually sitting in the car. I'm like spraying it down, and she's like, that's bugging you, huh? I said, this is gonna drive me insane.
Hey,
this.
what's hella funny is when I went to pick it up, I was like, man, this thing hella dirty. I was like, I can already see this for Aaron's Simple Green in this.
I did, and I used that stuff that I cleaned your bike with. Look at that, it came out nice though.
I knew you was gonna clean it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because I was like, man, this thing dirty.
Yeah, I can't leave that all gross like that.
Yeah, it's hella cleaner. This thing was black.
Yeah, easy.
Then I asked dude, I was like, hey, is it drained? He was like, oh yeah, it's drained. Put it in the car. If fluid starts getting in the car, I'm like, bruh.
Man.
So now it smells like hella gear oil.
Did you bring fluid?
Nah, I'm gonna go pick it up because I'm gonna get a new. I need to get a new throttle bearing, probably some grease.
Yeah,
and
I greased the shaft already.
Yeah, but for sure I need a new throttle bearing. This one's like hella whining.
Okay. I mean, we can just go down the street and pick it up, or?
Yeah, we can wherever. That and some fluid.
Yeah, for sure. What kind of fluid do you run in here?
I usually use Redline, but they're not gonna have it there.
Which is funny because Redline's out of Benicia.
Yeah, they're not gonna have it. So probably like Lucas or something.
Okay.
I think last time when I went to go get fluid for this, I ended up using like Lucas.
Okay.
But in the 350Z, I have Redline.
Yeah, I don't have any fluid here either.
Nah, we can go grab some.
All right. Car looks getting good on the interior. Like, why couldn't Toyota stick with it like this? Right? I mean, it's just simple. It's clean.
All is gonna be coming out though. All is for the cage.
Still, it still looks nice.
So we just getting back. First we ran to O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's didn't have what we needed. Then we hit up trusty old AutoZone, and we picked up this $54 throttle bearing. Rape. I'm definitely gonna be returning this with something else. But anywho, gear oil, we good. Time to jack it up and get to work. Look at this. Dirty. Y'all think I'm playing? Came to work today.
Yeah, he's working today. I give you that.
Today's work day. Almost forgot that I was supposed to be vlogging, but transmission is pretty much ready to come out. Just finished taking the shifter out, and then all that's left is the 2 top bolts on the trans, and then this thing is ready to come out. I literally forgot to even turn the camera on for the whole taking apart process, but that's no big deal. Y'all already have the gist on what it takes to pull out a transmission. I would assume you basically get under there and you take off the shit attached to the transmission. Basically, along those lines, something like that. But as soon as I get this out, I'll go over explaining what it took to get the Z32 trans in here. First things first, I'm going to explain, because a lot of people think that I still run the linkage setup. So factory Z32 trans, they have the linkage. You can see that right there. Whereas on my Z32 conversion, I do not run the linkage. The Z32 and the RB motors usually run the same trans. I think they're the same base, but the RB unit, the shifter's right here. Z32 unit, the shifter's right here for the linkage. So what I did was I converted my Z32 trans over with the short shifter to where it sits the shifter like where the RB trans and stuff sit at. So that's why my shifter sits in stock location, because if I had the linkage, it would sit hella far back. So if you're gonna be doing this in the SC, then for sure you have to get rid of the linkage setup and you have to mount it up here. Then let's take this plate off. I'm gonna show y'all the difference on it.
Make sure we keep the orientation.
Hold on, open it.
Okay.
Striker. So that's gonna be the difference in it right there. Is the striker has to be drilled out. See, it's flat there, whereas on here the striker's drilled. And then you can get the shifter right there, because that's where the shifter sits at. So when you're doing this, make sure, don't forget to modify the striker bar. So now we're about to take the back half of the trans off. That way we can pull this up and then pull the striker out. Another little insider for y'all. So, see that one? This is the factory one. You see it, see the depth of it, how long it is. And this is the one from the 350Z. This one's a chromoly one, and it is shorter. So this is a portion of the kit that kind of doesn't really have situated. I just so happened to swap mine to the 350Z one because it was chromoly, but it is a little bit shorter. And originally when I had the 300ZX one in, what was happening was the throttle bearing was kind of still getting pressed against the pressure plate. So what ended up happening was my fucking throttle bearing ended up getting welded, like it welded itself to the throttle bearing welded itself to the pressure plate and basically messed up the clutch. I might just want to just go ahead upgrade to the 350Z pivot ball, but that's a 350Z pivot ball. Also run a 350Z clutch fork on my setup because the clutch fork is stronger. So if you have an aggressive clutch like the clutch that I have, where it's a ACT unsprung and the pressure plate is like ungodly, then there's a high chance that you could possibly bend the stock 300ZX clutch fork. So might as well replace it while you're in there.
And they going back together.
Right. So the last part of this is about to commence right now, is to get the trans up. So we're about to get under this Jimmy and get this all situated. And here it is, car coming off the jack stands now. Interior all back together. Underneath the car is all back together. Y'all can't see because it's dark, but man, it was a beat getting these bolts back in and actually lining the trans back up. Like lining this thing back up was the worst part about it. So
For real.
it was a, you know, whole ass B, but we managed to get everything done, everything in. Hopefully when I go driving down the street, we don't have no issues, no grinding or nothing. Hopefully everything is like A1 perfect. Plus it's curfew. It's supposed to be curfew right now because all the rioting stuff. Curfew was at 8 o'clock. It's what, 10 something?
9. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even fucking know what time.
Let's see, what time is it? Woo! 10:10. Check that out. Car started up. Remember how before you was hearing? You don't hear nothing now. Hella quiet. Clutch feels good. Look, no more clutch noise. Yeah, that throwout bearing was shot. Quiet. Hopefully on the freeway everything is cool. Fingers crossed. Can't see me. I just want to close this video out and say that this transmission feels 100 times better. Like, everything is hella smooth on here now. Like, there's no grinding, there's no whining from the transmission. Even leaving off first gear before, it was hella bucking. Now it's like hella smooth, so this is perfect now. Perfect, hella smooth. No grinding in none of the gears. Like, this is perfect. Like, this was definitely a low mile good trends. Like, it shifts hella smooth. So hopefully this one's gonna last a cool little minute. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. Streets are empty as hell, so I'm just hoping I get home without getting pulled over. I got my GoPro set up, that way if I do get pulled over, I'm definitely gonna start recording, especially the way police been acting.
I've been going too crazy, these niggas too shady. Speed limit 65, I'm about to do 80. Fucking niggas hating on, I've been on the come up. You can go to speed, but it's better if you run up. You can ride with a nigga, but I'ma give you a choice. If you really wanna holler, then I'ma give you a voice.